Greetings and welcome back to our Sicilian adventure here on CK3. Our Sicilian saga unfortunately is not Sicilian yet because we do not have the Sicilian culture. We still have the Lombard culture with our Prince Guaifaro of Salerno, and actually in the previous episode even something terrible happened because our desired title of the Sicilian, of the cultural head of the Sicilian culture, has been instead stolen by an imbecile. And when I say that, I really mean it. As you can see, Count Ferdinando of Capua is truly an imbecile, and is currently the cultural head of the Sicilian culture. So we really need to find a way to take this role from this ridiculous character, and I hope we will maybe able to do that already in this episode, but I cannot really promise. So let's unpause and see how things progress in this third episode of our new Sicilian adventure here on CK3. We have a little bit of gold that we can already reinvest in the barony of Maratea, so let's use it to construct a trade port in this little town. We go back to 0, but we will increase the development of our county rapidly when we will start doing so, and also this will help us farming more gold in the long run. Hospitality. The more I study the noble art of statecraft, the more I realize how beneficial good relations with my neighbors are. Let's remember that our ruler is currently focused in diplomacy. So honestly, I will focus on Prince Radelkis, is the one I might fear the most, and also he has several territories, so yeah. Let's probably try to keep good relationship with Radelkis. In the meantime, I can ask for some gold to the Pope, because I am a pious man. And we have Prince Radelkis joining our court. My wife Landelaika has been hard at work with all the planning and preparation. She asks me if I have suggestion for the final touches. 15 units of gold are nothing, we just received the money from the Pope, so let's invest it. And the court visit progresses well. Nice to see. Hospitality, merriment or reverence. I would like to show my guest Prince Radelkis the cultural highlights of Salerno. The question is, will he prefer a grand dance with all the lords and ladies of the court, or a visit to our finest church? And here the question is, what's his position on religious matters? He does not really have a position, and he has only 7 in learning. Let's try with the dancers. He will have appreciated. Okay. Hospitality, exercise or relaxation. If the sky is to be trusted, it seems like we will have a lovely weather today. I have an excellent opportunity to show my guest Prince Radelkis the beauty of the local country. I wonder if he would like a vigorous hunting trip or perhaps a leisurely luncheon in the sun. Considering that he has the trait brave, 10 of martial, I don't know, he might enjoy activities like a hunt. He don't farm a lot of prestige though. Let's try with the second. No, I should have gone for the for the hunt. Okay, not my day, guys. I don't know what to say. But at least it seems that my Chancellor, Major Landenulf, is at least promoting my activities very well with the neighboring rulers. So now we have Emir Savdan, who has a good opinion of us. The opinion increase of 30, so thank you, Chancellor, good job. So basically this is Radelkis, who is now asking me to let my heir Guaimar and Count Ayo meet to build a stable relationship. I don't know, I don't fully trust him. He might have good intentions there, I don't know, but I prefer to be a little bit more on the defensive side. When he was at our court, he was acting all peaky, and now he wants to be friends. What is this? To the benevolent Prince Guifer of Salerno, I have heard good things about you, and I'm interested in starting a written conversation. This was again Radelkis. First I invite you to my court, then you are all, I don't know, super peaky, and then you are so obsessed that I think he fell in love with me. And in fact he's bisexual, so it might even be. You know what? Frame the prince letter in my hall. Let's keep farming prestige. And finally we have the chance to unlock the first dynasty legacy. This is very good. And at this point, I mean, we started already farming some inheritable traits, so it might make sense to go with blood. On the other hand, I do also like the first perk from the intrigue, because it provides natural dread to our rulers. And in particular, now that we have a small territory, it's very good. And also later on, once we will have vassals, that might also be interesting. But I was also thinking that in the end, considering that we also want to boost the dimension of our family, we could focus on kin and increase the fertility, because this might be useful as well, especially in this initial phase of the run when we are trying to get as many family members as we can. And also because, I mean, it's too obvious to go with blood, right? Everyone always go with blood as very first legacy to unlock, because that's the most obvious thing, and again it goes more in the direction of the optimal decision. So let's do something different, and let's focus instead on kin to increase the fertility of our family. And in all of this, Anna comes of age, the only daughter I have. She got the trait Tough Soldier and River, very good. She can now be married to her Herculean boyfriend. And there is the first heresy of the game, but of course we are not going to join this silly religion. Let's start constructing these regimental grounds. It will take 5 years, but I think it's a good investment. And now the health of Prince Guifer is already poor, when he's not even 60, so I don't know for how long he will manage to live. He lived a very relaxed life, and still does not seem to be destined to live long. And in fact, I just got the trait heal. I was just saying, like, he will not live long, and he immediately got sick. So do no more than what it is necessary. Still a novice physician after all these years serving as a core physician. At least she managed to cure me. We've lost the trait heal. I cannot believe it, exactly in the moment when I have moved away the spy master to disrupt schemes, unfortunately didn't manage to stop this terrible news. So unfortunately, Arekis, my second son, has been murdered. Too bad. I want to find out who killed him. Defender of the faith, there was a commotion among the children today. Salvatore was attempting to preach among his fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. Martha was furious that anyone could target someone attempting to speak on behalf of Christ and chased away the other children. So Martha is particularly zealous. And I'm completely fine with that, to be honest. And there is now, guys, a second county that has adopted the Sicilian culture, and it is Rossano. Took basically 20 years. I don't know exactly when this county converted to the Sicilian culture, when it started adopting this culture, but yeah, it was some time I was not checking, but around 20 years. And we will wait for the right chance to then get the county of Rossano and adopting the Sicilian culture ourselves, because then we need to challenge this imbecile who is currently the culture head of the Sicilian culture. And there is another child in my dynasty, Gertrudis Filangeri. We will change, of course, the name. She is the daughter of my son Guaifer and Slavena Znitrava. This is the first child that they have, but finally they managed. And how we can call this little girl? Maybe the most Catholic name ever, which is Maria, and yeah, let's do it. And now the number of the living members goes up to 15. We didn't make big progresses in this episode, also because one of my sons was killed in the meantime, and we never found responsible for that murder, but who knows, maybe we will figure out at some point. A few changes at the council, a little reshuffling. The Sislava has uncovered a secret held by my courtier Siko, who was the previous spy master, and this was also one of the reasons why I decided to change him, because I was like, he went for so long and never managed to find who was the murderer. And I was thinking this because I also noticed that he was already a rival of my other son Daufer. This gave me the idea that maybe he was the murderer, and that's why I never found the responsible. And now that I changed the spy master, he was immediately spotted. So this little betrayer killed one of my sons. And I will expose the secret. I cannot kill him because I'm compassionate, but I can try to imprison. I will never manage though. Yeah, go away. Run somewhere else. Of course, he managed to avoid capture and has fled. Traitor, fine, but at least it's not at my court. And the Sicilian culture now is also available in Camarda, but again, we cannot declare war against this Muslim ruler. I mean, we have the casus belli, so in theory we can, but we are too weak to do so. Maybe we will take care of that with our next ruler. Once we will make new alliances under Guaimar, then we might consider, or we might wait for the right chance to do so. And unfortunately, that infamous bastard of Siko, my ex-spy master, is also murdered Daufer, another son of mine. This is the second son I lose. And now we go back to 14 living members. And we are now invited to join a war. This is from Hungary, basically from Balaton. They want me to join against Arpad of Hungary. I will accept, but I will not move my limited armies. I'm sorry for my allies, and in any case this alliance will disappear as soon as Prince Guifer basically will die, which is going to happen very soon, I imagine. And in all of this, the Kingdom of Italy kept expanding in southern Italy. After conquering Bari, which is something they managed at the very beginning of this run, now they also got Cosenza. This is something that of course does not make me happy. And in the end, the moment I have long awaited, it happened. Prince Guifer died, finally I will say. He lived much longer than what I would have imagined. I thought it would have died even before 60, maybe around, I don't know, 61, 62. But he managed to live until 67. So let's see how the game say bye to our first ruler of this role-playing campaign, and then we can close the episode for today. So, Prince Guifer of Salerno rests in the arm of the Lord at 67 years of age. He died of old age. A man of pleasant disposition, he will be remembered for his benevolent rule. Prince Guaimar ascended to the throne. Trusting and complacent, Guaimar's council might have more power over him than what is right. Well, I don't really think that this will be the case, because in the end we only have one vassal. Prince Guifer ruled for 30 years, and he has fought in 2 wars, 2 defensive wars where basically he has done absolutely nothing. So in one case we raised the army and the war was over before we intervened, and in the second case, which was the recent war in Balaton in Hungary, so there we did not even raise the army. So after all, I cannot even say that he has fought in 2 wars. We were extremely peaceful with him, but it was also planned to a certain degree, because we didn't know in what direction to expand, and when it became clear we did not have the strength, the military strength, to take control of the targeted counties. And also, I mean, we had the priority of also expanding our family. I didn't care about expanding our territories. Family comes first. And yeah, in any case, it didn't even have strong martial traits. The same also for his wife. So it didn't really make sense of having a warrior ruler. He was not really that type of person. So we didn't expand as much as many of you maybe would have expected. Maybe the start of this campaign was kind of slow, but it was to a certain degree planned and expected. And now we continue with the Prince Guaimar, who is already 42, because Guifer lived too long, basically. So we will continue as Prince Guaimar. I can already see that the new bishop endorses us, but we will take a closer look at Guaimar, and we will start making the first decision with him in the next episode. So if you are interested in this Sicilian run, I will advise you not to miss it, to see how things progress under the new ruler. And if this will be the case, guys, see you in the next video. Cheers.